Hello viewers, welcome to AI Center. My name is Pranav Devan and today we have a very nice product from Ceasefire, the Pulse Rotor Mist technology. We all know that mist works in beautiful way to put out fires. Let us look and recall how a mist works. When we have water mist falling onto a fire, it rapidly changes state from liquid to gas. As it changes its state to gas, it turns into steam. This steam envelopes the fire zone and puts it out by smothering it of any oxygen. The heat required to do this process cools the fuel and there is no reignition. This is how water mist technology works. Now Ceasefire has two kinds of technologies available in portable, trolley and compressed air foam systems, where portable and trolley give you the pulse rotor technology from Ceasefire. The cats in turn give you the compressed air foaming system both in single and dual fluid. So let's look at this technology and how it helps us to produce fine mist. To understand this technology, first let us look at the specialized rotor technology of Ceasefire. This specialized rotor is installed in all of our pulse rotor systems. It has a siphon tube, an air tube and a rotor. When a cylinder is usually filled, part of it would have the agent in the cylinder and above that you will have the propellant. This propellant not only forms to push the agent out, it also helps into producing a bubble mixture. Let's understand how this is done. Let me step up and bring you my rotor. This is the rotor which I showed you inside. Now, this is a rotor and from here the agent will move out of this siphon tube up to the nozzle. Now, the purpose of this rotor is, one, the perforation on the air tube bring the propellant in directly to the rotor. The rotor churns and keeps a constant flow of the agent out of this siphon tube up to the nozzles. The other portion the rotor plays is that it takes this propellant and then mixes it as a bubble with the agent and sends it out through the siphon tube. This would appear as pulses of nitrogen and water at the nozzle. In case of foam, if foam is added, this naturalized aeration of foam forms a very thick foam and water mist or foam mist in that turn brings out a very nice foam quality which puts out the fire. So let's look at water mist nozzle. All water mist nozzles have pairs of holes on them. Each of these pairs have jet streams going right into each other. The angle at which these jet streams meet, the size of these jet streams and the velocity of water which comes out of this jet stream dictate how far you will be able to throw, how far from the nozzle you will be able to produce water mist and what would be your quality of your mist in itself. Now, let's consider that at a particular pressure, which is the operating pressure of our cylinder is about 15 bar. At that pressure, if the jet streams will have a constant velocity. Now, if I can increase the velocity of collision, then I can have very fine mist even at the same pressure. This is where our rotor comes in. If you recall, I told you from our rotor we have a bubble mixture which comes out, and this bubble mixture, when it arrives at the nozzle, you will have pulses of air, water or foam coming out of these orifices. As air and water particles collide, they have a greater relative velocity as against foam or water particles alone. This greater velocity helps us to form a higher particularized water particle or foam particle. This forms very fine foam or water mist. So let's look at what do we have available in the various ranges of mist and foam mist. In water mist, we have the 2, 3, 6 and 9 liters. For stored pressure, we'll have 3 and 6 liters. In foam mist, we have the 3 and 6 liters. This is also available in cartridge. All the cylinders of a mist or cap technologies are made out of stainless steel. Exceeding the ability of our single rotor systems or a portable cylinder is the quad system. Now in the quad system we have the same technology with 4 rotors. That is why we call it the quad. It is available in water mist and foam mist. It is available on trolley. In India we are selling it in 25, 45 and 90 liters of cylinder. In international market we are selling 25, 50, 100 and 135 liters. So it is very easily maneuverable. It comes with a 5-meter hose. Activation of the system is pretty simple. Just pull on the safety seal, open this ball valve, aim at the base of the fire. You also have the jet and spray mode lever available on this whole nozzle. The on-off lever also available over here. Then you have your radiation protection jet spray, which forms a shield in front of you, protecting you from any heat or radiation from the fire. And the very effective system can work on class A, B and F, A, B and ESF. Then you have the action pack. Again, action pack has the advantage of having both being a backpack. It can be mounted on your back. It can be also used as a trolley and moved about. It has 6.5 liter water or foam mist foam agent available in it. To run this system, you can the pressurized system is of this 13 liter can be opened by this common ball valve. Both the cylinders are connected by a manifold. You have a nozzle which is available with you. The nozzle can move about, and then you have protection, special protection for your hand while operating it. It has a jet and spray mode lever on top, and plus it has a lever for opening and closing your jet spray. Now this is also available, I think, in water and foam mist. And now we come to the caps, the separate technology, a very unique technology. We have both the low pressure and the high pressure system in it. Compressed air foaming systems like water mist are also forced aeration of foam material. You have a premixed foam which is filled into these cylinders. You have the 9 liter and the 50 liter in low pressure. You have the 10 liter and the 50 liter in high pressure. Now in both these systems there are quite a lot of similarities. All the equipment of Ceasefire's water mist range, while the rotor or the pulses, they all conform to PED. They have the PED clearance searches. And if you look at the low mist or the low pressure system, this is a dual agent technology. The system has a pressurized stored pressure carbon composite cylinder in 9 liter, which is pressurized at 300 bar with nitrogen or air. Now this is what happens as soon as we open the valve on the cylinder. The pressure reducer on the side reduces the pressure from 300 bar to 8 to 11 bar, and this 8 to 11 bar is split into 2 portions. One comes as a strong jet stream in the nozzle chamber, and the other portion pushes out the filled content from the chamber and brings it to the gun, where it is on activation of the lever, brings in this agent into this high velocity stream, and it is pushed out at approximately about 135 micron mist particles. This is with foam induced. It has a throw about 14 meters. Okay, and the greatest part about this system is that you can turn it from jet to spray mode by a simple movement of the nozzle head. It has very nicely developed backpacks. Both the systems in fact have that. It forms the curvature of your back. It's easy to wear and remove, doesn't cause any injury as time would work. The specialized belt on the wearer allows you to hang your nozzle in the low pressure system and leave both the hands free while you're doing your firefighting. So in case you are trying to break through a system, you do not have to have one of your hands busy holding the nozzle. It can just keep on hanging and you can pick up an axe and you can do your work. The similar technology is also available in 50 liter and the same kind of operation. In the 50 liter we'll have a 6 liter 300 bar MS cylinder, and the same reducer is available on this type of a cylinder too. Now to refill this cylinder is pretty simple. Once you have done your operation, you can shut off the valve or the main pressurization valve, and then you can depressurize the whole cylinder by pressing on the gun and then pressing on this lever on top or the small push button. You can relieve any residual pressure and check that it is zero, and then you can open this up and you can refill the cylinder with your contents again, close it and get ready for use again. So one cylinder can probably give you about 1 or 1.5 times of usage. Coming on to the high pressure system, the same kind of cap, similar kind of operationability and reach, but only in this case the whole mixing takes place on the head of the chamber. The 10 liter cylinder will have a 2 liter 200 bar propellant of air, and 50 liter will have a 6 liter 300 bar propellant of air, and the pressure reducer on both these cylinders takes the pressure down to 32 bars as against the 8 to 11 bar in the low pressure system. Now here all the mixing of water and foam and aeration takes place on the head of the cylinder, and you have a singular nozzle and pipe for operation. Okay, so that's all for caps and pulse rotor systems. Let's go outside and look at operation of some of these cylinders, and maybe even look at our tetra quad, which is a combination of 4 quad put together in 250 liters.